The world of online dating can seem overwhelming. It can be difficult to know just how you should go about online dating. Fortunately, here are 12 useful online dating tips for women to help you navigate the realities of online dating. If you're tired of the dating game, and you're looking for dating tips for women that will help you find Mrs. Right, there are a few things you should know. Dating is difficult because most of us treat the potential Mr. Wrongs the way we should treat the potential Mr. Rights and vice versa. And as a result, we often wind up putting the good guys off. Dating tips for women, hooking and catching Mr. Right. 1. You're playing the dating game to find and meet Mr. Right, and you may have to kiss a few frogs first. If there's no spark on the first date, or you're really not that keen, don't see him again. 2. Too many women waste time dating the wrong men when they should be making room to meet the right ones. On the first date, he'll be on his very best behavior. If you don't like him at his best, you're not going to love him at his worst. 3. Don't offer to pay half on the first few dates. Men don't tend to value something they get for free, and if you like him, you want him to value you. You're not being mean. Dating costs women a fortune before they even step out of the door. You're already paying for clothes, lingerie, makeup, hair appointments, and waxing. Don't pay for half the date on top of all that. 4. Never talk about previous relationships on your first few dates. The past is the past and it isn't relevant to where you are now. And talking about your ex will make your date feel like you're probably not really over him. 5. Don't put up with a date who talks about other women he's dating, or his exes either. You're not dating to hear about them, you're supposed to be getting to know each other. Hot tips. 1. If he mentions other women, make a point of looking at your watch. Unless he's a complete idiot, he'll take the hint. 2. If he carries on talking about other women, tell him it's time to go and don't answer his calls when he tries to ring you. 6. Give it time. You shouldn't try to rush a relationship. Many of the aspects of a lasting, healthy relationship take time to really develop, like trust and knowing each other's weaknesses and strengths. 7. Give it space. Relationships need space to set down roots. Don't try to cram a relationship into your life if it's too full already, and don't jump in too fast and forget your old life. 8. Feed your relationship well. Your relationship needs some key nutrients to grow, one of which is creativity. Don't spend the early stages of your relationship, when you don't have as much time together, doing ordinary things. Try to think of out-of-the-box date ideas. There are many websites out there with tons of ideas if you aren't the most creative person. 9. Dress like a woman. I can look and dress however I want on other days. But, when I go out to meet a man for a date, I always have to doll up and be perfectly groomed. 10. Talk about him. Don't talk about yourself too much. Make all conversations about him and make him feel important. 11. Cutie-wootie talk. You have to learn to talk like baby talk Becky from him to make him feel needed and that he has to protect you. But, don't go overboard with this. Because of course, you don't have to be like those girls. 12. Don't smother it. Excessive feeding and care of a relationship can overwhelm your significant other. Take care of issues. No relationship is free of issues. The best thing to do is face any possible problems when they first come up. Don't ignore them. Good communication is the best tool you can have. 13. Keep your feminism at bay. Men don't like women who identify as feminists. Men don't like women who talk about women's issues and their rights and problems. No man will propose an outspoken feminist, so better keep your feminism with you. 14. Pamper. Talk to the man as if he is the most important person and come out as a caring person. Try to keep checking in with him about his health and food, etc. Basically, be prepared for a man-child. Dating tips for women, keeping him keen. 15. Try not to show him you're attracted to him on the first few dates, even if you are. 16. Don't answer all his calls if he phones, and don't get back to him to return them straight away. 17. Avoid dating him exclusively in the beginning. Make sure he's aware that he's not the only fish in the sea. 18. Do follow these dating tips for women. However great he is, don't be tempted to break the rules even once.